Hi everyone, this is Wani and welcome to Wani's house. Today I am participating in a YouTube tips and best practices collaboration that's being hosted by our girlfriend, the creative lady, Yolanda. So Yolanda asked myself and several other YouTube creators to share some of our tips, best practices, our experiences, the equipment that we use, our successes, things that we've learned, and try to condense this all into 5 minutes. So I'm going to make this quick. So my story. You guys know the reason that I started my YouTube channel was it was to give me an outlet when my daughter had left to go and study abroad in Japan. But the part that you may have not known was one of the YouTube creators that I followed, Lady TZCD, I followed her and I met her actually at a concert a couple of years ago, and she encouraged me to do it. So she was like my motivation. She said, you can do it. And so I did. My family and friends always thought that I had something to share, and I heard it a lot that I should share it on YouTube, but I actually didn't think that nobody wanted to see the things that I did. That was just my thing. Surely no one else did the type of things that I did. And I thought really it would maybe been like a southern thing or just something my mom and my aunts did when we would host things, and we would just like really go over the top. But then when I started seeing other people like Carrie and Be My Guest with Denise and Tamala, and there's just so many other people who had similar interests in entertaining at home decorating, and that I did. I'm like, why not? Everyone has a platform here. And so that brings me to my experiences here on YouTube. Now, if you're considering starting up your YouTube channel, the one thing that I must say is that YouTube can be very competitive, and sometimes it can be very, very clicky, and that's okay. The other experiences that I had was I had to develop a little bit of a tough skin, because of course I like what I do, but everybody is not gonna like what you do. Everybody is not gonna like your content. It's something about everyone that somebody is not gonna like, and that's fine. We're all made differently, and we're not supposed to like everything. But the one thing that really got to me was when I would get a thumbs down. Even if you know you don't like what I did or it didn't interest you, that's fine, but you have to appreciate the time and energy that it takes to create a video and edit and try to come up with something that is new or unique, or that you feel like other people can get some type of inspiration from. So, but another experience that I've had on YouTube by having my YouTube channel is that I have fostered some great relationships. I have come in contact with some of the most incredible women ever. You know, I have my group of girlfriends here, but I have my group of girlfriends out on YouTube as well, and we call each other sis, and you know, the what is it, YouTube decorist, and you know, it's just so much. I've met so many people, maybe not face to face, but offline I've, you know, met them, and I feel like they know me and I know them. Now, the equipment that I use. When I first started my YouTube channel, I had this Kodak C95, and it's really just a simple camera that records, and it did nothing you know, really fancy, but it did the job. So don't think that if you want to start your YouTube channel that you have to go and buy all this fancy equipment to begin with, because there are a lot of people on YouTube who simply use their iPhone or their iPad, and that is fine. You use what you have, and this is what I had in the beginning, and then I upgraded. My daughter bought me a Canon, let me see, SX400 1X, and it's a 30 times, it has a 30 times optical zoom, and so that's what I'm currently filming with now, and I like it. It was a learning curve. I still have things to learn about this camera, but I know the basics, and I think it's doing me very well. Now when you start your YouTube channel, you can just use YouTube's editing software, or you can upgrade and subscribe to another type of software. I've tried Filmora, I've used YouTube, and I'm looking to another software as well as far as editing. But just to begin, YouTube's editing software is simple, it's fine. I also have a light box, and I got the tripod, and I have like a the umbrella, you know, to kind of even out the shadows, and I'm currently using that now. Now my issues, my challenges with all this equipment is kind of like positioning. Now tonight I am filming at night, so all of my blinds and everything is closed, but in a perfect world, my blinds will be open and it'll be a perfect sunny day, and so that way my face, my back will be facing the sun, and you will get more natural sunlight. But because I'm filming this at night, I'm hoping that it's not a lot of shadows in this video, but we'll see. Okay, and successes. Now a success that I think that I want to share about my YouTube channel is one that like I said, I've met a lot of fantastic women who have like great imaginations, and they think outside the box. But another success is YouTube. It makes you competitive, but because a lot of times you see a lot of the same type of repetitive types of things, people showcasing the same types of things, you sometimes tend to want to run out and go and get the same thing. I fell into that when I first began my YouTube channel. Anything I saw anybody go get from the Dollar Tree, I will get from the Dollar Tree. I may have not had a need for it. I may have nowhere to store it. I mean, there were so many issues and I really had to check myself. I had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I had to be true to myself. So my style may not be like everybody's style. My style is what I like. I think my home is cozy. I try to make all of my events, they're a reflection of me. Anything that I have at home, they're a reflection of me, and they take time, and I put a lot of love and effort and thought in everything I do, from the placement of a lamp to the direction I face a plant on my table. Everything that I do, I put a lot of time and love into what I present to my family and friends, as well as what I present to you guys. So I think that's two of my main successes. And a challenge that I've had is being creative, because my channel is kind of centered around entertaining and things at home. I have to be creative with the things that I'm bringing you guys. So when I would have something at home, I would create it, and I would share it with you. But a lot of times, I don't have parties every weekend, but I also try to show you things that I purchased for parties. Now, a lot of things that I purchase that I share here on my YouTube channel, and the things that I share on my Instagram, are things that if I'm not using them at home, they're things that I can use at home when I'm entertaining at home. But my career is, I'm an event coordinator, so I plan events for a living. That's my job. And so some of the things that I purchase, if I don't use them at home, I'm probably going to use them at work, or both. I use them interchangeably, but they're my things, and I have a practical use for them. And if I'm hosting something outside of work that's a private affair, whatever, I use my own things. So I'm actually making money with the things that I buy. And what I've learned, one thing that I can say that I've learned from this entire experience that I would not give up for the world is I've learned to use different types of software. I've learned to think outside the box. I've learned that people like what I put out. Some people may not like what I put out, and that's okay too, because like I said before, everything is not for everybody. My grandmother told me a long time ago, everybody not gonna like you. Okay, that's fine. But for the ones who do like me and who do appreciate what I'm trying to share, you know, I put a lot of love and effort into everything that I do, and I know that in the end, what my output is a reflection of me. So I want to show you the best part of me. And the last question was what I wish I had known before I started. Well, the one thing that I wish that I had known before I started was that YouTube, it can be, it does not have to be, but it can be expensive. And the reason I say that is, yes, I did say you did not have to go out and buy this equipment, but you do want to increase the quality of your video. So eventually you may go out and get more expensive equipment like lighting, a better camera, a light box, what's the ring, all this other stuff. But all of those things, they can be purchased relatively inexpensively, and at the end of the year, you know, they can be a tax write-off if you make enough money on YouTube. Now, the other thing is that I say that it can be expensive because if you get caught up going and buying all the things you see other people buy and you don't have a need for them, one, it's easy to become a hoarder doing this stuff. And number two is that you'll be collecting things that you don't use, or you have and you have no use for, and yeah, it looks pretty, but not unless you actually use it. Case in point, I love the Plan With Me videos that some of my sisters do. They are so creative, and they buy all the little stickers and things to go with them or whatever. I started going and buying stickers a couple of years ago when all the tags and all this other stuff, and when I saw what they did with them, I'm like, I'm not into that. That's not me. So just because that is what someone else is into, we cannot fall in the trap of doing what is popular at the time. We must always stay true to ourselves. Now, I want to quickly say this one thing, because several of my subscribers and some people who are new to YouTube have said to me in the past. Now, one thing that I can say is that Catherine over at Amateur Decorator Like a Pro, she was one of the first bigger YouTube creators who reached out to me to participate in a collaboration, and I was so honored. Simply because that she would think of me to participate in a collaboration with her, because I don't have that many subscribers, and the subscribers that I have, I thank God for them, and at the time I had even less, but she thought of me. And what she said to me, what I said to her was, wow, thank you for asking me to participate. And what she said to me was, it's no problem, there's enough viewers for everybody. And that is so true. And if you're thinking of starting your YouTube channel, don't be discouraged if you reach out to someone and they don't respond, because I've had several of my subscribers say things or mention things like that to me. But you can't be discouraged about that, because at the end, your YouTube channel is about you and it's for you. This is your outlet. However you decide to express yourself, or whatever you decide to do to share with other people, it's about you. It's not about anyone else. Yes, it's great to sometimes feel like you're being accepted by other people, but like I said before, everybody's not gonna like you. And it's not even, may not even be a thing about no one else liked you. Sometimes, like I said, YouTube can be cliquish, and sometimes you have to have thick skin. So that being said, another thing I want to say is I've encouraged and I've helped because of Catherine. You know, it's about that old saying, you know, if you're up here, you reach down and you help your brother, whatever. I do that. I do that all the time. I do that in life daily with people who need help in the industry that I'm in, and they have, you know, they have areas that they're short in, and they might need my help or want to know people who I might know. Or as well as YouTube, I've helped other creators by asking them to join me in a collaboration just to get their name out or whatever. So to any of you guys, and matter of fact, I have even encouraged a lot of people to start their channel. Yeah, you can do it, and if you do, let me know and I'll be your first subscriber. I mean, because YouTube is too big not to, you know, include everybody. There's enough like for everyone, just like my girl Catherine said. So I encourage you guys, if you think you want to start your YouTube channel, it's a great idea. It's a great outlet. Watch the pitfalls that I told you about. Watch the excessive spending, and you know, just be true to yourself. So guys, I want to go ahead, I'm going to end this video, but first I want to thank my girl Yolanda for inviting me to participate in her collaboration. I know it was supposed to be 5 minutes, and I don't know how long this is, girl, but I just wanted to make sure that I hit all the points on here so that I can and cover the bases that I thought were important to me and what I thought other people would like. I shared with you the equipment that I'm using, that I have used, and I encourage you guys to, if you wish to start your YouTube channel, go ahead, do it. I mean, I think it's one of the best things that I have done. I want to thank again Yolanda for inviting me to participate in this collaboration. I want to thank Lady TZCD for encouraging me to start my YouTube channel. And I want to thank Catherine for inviting me to my first collaboration. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But before I do, please like, comment, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. So guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.